I'm Dana K. White, and today I am sharing another 1 Hour Better virtual session that I did with a member of my Patreon group. So this is a great session. We are working in her attic. We made huge progress. I think what was so cool about this session was the progress that we made at the end was so fun and surprising, considering how I felt all along the way when we kept saying, you know what? That's too much for you to deal with right now. We're going to skip it so we can keep making progress. We did a lot of skipping for emotional reasons, or, that's just too much, or it was something that was her husband's jurisdiction. And so it was like, okay, well, I can't really do something with it because we skipped it. We skipped so many things and still made huge progress. This is the progress and only progress, no mess decluttering method that I wrote about in Decluttering at the Speed of Life and talk about all the time. But anyway, I think you're going to love seeing what all we did. I do want to say first, though, if you are working in your attic, please be careful. Like, I have made a decision. I'm not going to do any more virtual sessions in an attic because you have to be super careful. And it made me so nervous about stepping in the wrong place, because you have to step on the beams and all that, or stepping through the hole. All those things made me too nervous. So I think those would only be in-person sessions in the future. If you are interested in finding someone who can come to your home and use my process, who is trained by me, go to declutteringcoaches.com. All the coaches listed there are trained and certified by me. You can also find out more information if you're interested in being a coach and certified in my method. Okay. All right, here you go. I think you're going to love this session. All right, we're going to get started. I'm going to set my timer for an hour. Do you have your trash bag and your donate box with you?
Yeah. Do you want them up here or at the bottom?
Up here for trash, for sure. Yeah, okay. And she can pass donations to you.
Okay.
That way we can kind of eliminate a step there. I am going to start the timer, and we're just going to start with trash. Okay. All right, as it's time, so go ahead and start looking for obvious trash, just things that you don't have to analyze or think about, is this trash, but just like trash that needs to go. So tell me a little bit about your attic. This is obviously a storage space. What do you envision this space serving as a storage space for?
Well, I guess like when we bought our house, I was like, wow, what a great space. And I started filling it up, but I just can't really get things up and down by myself. So I always have to ask for my husband to help me, and I just would like to have a space that like is manageable just for me without help.
Yeah, please watch where your feet are. I just want to be careful. Yeah, so anything that's up here needs to be something that you can easily get down on your own, is what you're saying. Okay. Okay. All right. Keep looking for trash. See if there's anything that is obvious. Let's start looking for some easy stuff too. So is there anything that you see that already has a home somewhere else, but for some reason you accidentally stuck it in the attic?
This is part of our playpen, which we do use, but I'm not really sure what's in here.
Okay, well, let's look. That's the first thing.
I think it's like a turns into a bassinet or a bug guard. Really? Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I know I had seen those after my kids were little, but yeah.
Well, I might use that because we use the playpen outside.
Okay, well, where would you look for it first? With the playpen?
Yeah.
Does your friend know where the playpen is? Can she go put it with it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So let's look for dead donations now, just things that obviously need to be donated.
I was thinking this baby rocker thing.
Okay, great.
But then I feel kind of sad.
Okay, well then let's ask the decluttering questions about it to kind of work through this. If you needed the baby rocker, where would you look first for the baby rocker?
Well, I would look up here.
Okay. Would it ever occur to you that you had the baby rocker? I mean, would you go looking for it?
Yeah.
Okay. let's skip to something else then, and let's get some donations out of there. So find some other things. Because the thing is, if you get a lot of this stuff out of there, then the baby rocker has a place to be. Does that make sense? Is that a donation?
Well, it was my daughter's, but now she's too big for it. Now I have a baby boy, so I guess he wouldn't want it, but my parents gave it to my daughter for her birthday, so
But they gave it to her for that birthday. They didn't give it to her to keep for her whole life, right?
okay. Yeah.
They gave it to her when she was 2 or 3 or something like that. So, okay. So is that a donation?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look around and see that you have one less large thing and it's less overwhelming at first.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So let's find some more donations. What are those things that are right in front of where you're standing? Is that clothing?
Yeah, these are things that my husband purchased. So they're supposed to be up here, but maybe not right in the door.
Okay. So what are they? What are they? What do you mean they're supposed to be?
Well, they're gifts that he will eventually give as gifts.
Okay.
I-
He does that? He does give those gifts?
Yeah, he does. He will use them. Yes, he will. And he'll ask me where they are.
Is that a tricycle? Is that a donation as well?
I thought I would keep it for my son, but honestly, I really don't like it because I've tripped over it so many times.
Yeah. So yes, it's a donation then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Things like that are easy to find at
Very easy.
Goodwill.
At a garage sale or yeah, all that kind of stuff. Okay, great. Thank you.
This can be trash.
Awesome. Yay, trash.
This is some coats like for when my kids are older that I got for free.
Where would you look first for coats for when they're older?
I would look downstairs in our guest room.
Okay, then that's where they need to go.
Can I just look at them and make sure I
Yeah.
actually like
Oh
I
yeah,
don't-
definitely. Mhm.
Yeah, that was for this winter. Now he's too big for it.
Okay, so that's a donation?
Yeah.
Perfect.
This is a sheet that I to cover up things I don't want anybody to see up here, but we can donate it.
Okay, great. Are you able to throw it into the donate box from where you are?
Yeah, there we go.
Job. Okay, let's keep going in that part over there.
These were mine when I was a kid, so they're not easy. I'm gonna keep them.
Okay.
Move them.
Is it something that you can put in your house and use? Is it something either your kids can use or is it something you could have as a decorative item?
Well, we already have 2 more downstairs that go at the little table. And it was just too much. You know, I only have one daughter sitting in chairs, so I
Yeah.
put 2 up.
Two matching chairs with those?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we need to clear out space so that they can go in a spot where they're not trip hazards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's clear out space. If those deserve space, then let's get rid of some other stuff that doesn't.
Okay.
So let's pull out an item at a time out of that area over there. Like what's that small white box on top of the bigger white box?
It goes with the kitchen,
What kitchen?
the play kitchen that's up here. I could put it with, I'll put it with the,
What is the play kitchen for? Is that
well, my daughter outgrew it, but I thought my son would want it later, so I put it up here.
okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, put it with the play kitchen then.
Another bike for my daughter up here, for when it's bigger, but well, we got it for free, but one of the tires is popped. So I would rather get rid of it than try to
Yep.
fix that, but my husband would rather fix it.
Okay. Where would he look first for things that he's going to fix?
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Let's skip that for right now, and then we'll keep going, and then we might come back to it if we have time. Okay. But if sometimes situations like that can be so hard that it feels like I've got to figure this out, but instead let's just keep moving with the stuff that's easier to do and that you
Okay.
have jurisdiction over. What is that thing that your friend just moved?
That's a space heater that my husband wants to keep. I've asked him before if he wants to keep it.
Okay. Is that a dog thrower?
Yeah.
A ball thrower? Okay. Where would you look first for that? Are you donating?
Yeah, we're gonna donate that.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going in that stuff over there so we can try to clear out some of that space.
This is fall decorations.
Okay. What kind of decorations?
Like there's a tablecloth and some other pumpkin-y stuff.
Okay. Where would you look first for that tablecloth?
Well, I would look up here. There's a couple more bins farther back that have
Okay.
fall.
Okay, is there room for you to put that fall bin with the other fall bin?
These are some of my daughter's old clothes that I was keeping, but we had a baby boy.
Are you keeping them because they're super sentimental or just for the next kid if it was a girl?
I kind of a combination of both of those, but I have a lot of her old clothes.
Okay. Are you willing to donate those? Okay, let's ask the question. If you were looking for a cute little pink suit for a little girl, where would you look for it first? If you were looking, what size is that little pink outfit?
This is 4T.
If you were looking for a 4T bathing suit, where would you look for it first?
I would probably think I got rid of them all.
Okay. So you wouldn't go looking for it?
No.
Okay. Well, then it probably needs to go. I mean, only because otherwise it just sits there taking up space and you're not getting any use out of it.
Oh, I don't think I can handle that. My friend's telling me there's a lot of tubs with my daughter's clothes in them back there, and I know that.
Okay.
I packed them all up real nice, but then as she got older, I stopped doing it nicely. I just started throwing them up here.
I know. We will get to that. We're going to try to keep clearing in this spot of all the randomness so that then you can neatly and easily accessibly gather your ice chests. Are those things that you can let go?
Well, I want to keep this.
Okay, but the other stuff can go?
Oh, this is a whole bag of the ones we had matching mommy and daughter.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
So,
okay, do you need to skip this bag and move on to something else?
yeah.
Okay, so skip that bag and let's move to the next bag, but put it back where it was so we don't make it any worse than it was.
Okay, this can go though.
Okay, great.
I want to keep this one.
Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. Okay, are the other ones things you can let go of?
I don't really want to, but
Okay, have your friend bring one of those boxes over that is that she can look through, just glance in and say, this is one you're probably going to be willing to get rid of most of. Can you bring one of those boxes over? We're going to get rid of everything that's easy out of that box, and then we're going to make that the single container of kids' clothes that you're going to keep. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that way you can have one container of memory clothes.
Okay.
But we're not going to keep all of them unless you needed them for some reason. But it sounds like the only reason they're there is that it's hard to get rid of. So let's work through that. All right, so open that box and pull out any donations.
This is a slip and slide, and we can try it and see if it's popped or not and get rid of it if it's popped. So I'll just put it in the garage and we can.
Okay. Guess what, kids? It's time to slip and slide. Is it
Yeah.
warm enough where you are? I don't know.
Almost.
Anything there is donations?
I like these, but she never didn't really wear them. So I guess why am I gonna keep them in my attic?
And there's something about knowing that the space that you have to keep them is a limited space that starts to reveal, oh, wait, these are cute, but she never wore them. They don't deserve space. So that's why we have the container, the limited space.
And I love these, but now they're kind of discolored. So I guess they're not that cute anymore. Okay. I didn't really think we'd do the clothing. This is not the easiest thing. I don't know.
Well, you can keep it in that thing. Just know that at some point, if it fills up and something else you love more, you may get rid of it then.
Some curtains that I took out of our living room.
Where would you look first for those curtains if you wanted to put them back up again?
Probably on this side of the attic.
Would you ever go looking for those curtains?
Well, I would, because I remember my husband asked me not to get rid of them. So.
Okay, yeah, then that's great. You want to be able to get to those ice chests up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you move those into that space that's closest to the opening so you'll be able to access them more easily, since that's part of our goal here?
Can you see this area that's next to the other side of the door?
A little bit. Is that like some random stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, let's deal with that. That'd be good. Any trash in that space?
These are the curtains that go with the other curtains
Okay.
that I wouldn't get rid of.
Okay, so does she know where they go? Yeah. Put them together with the other ones. Where would you look first for white?
Christmas decoration.
Okay. Where would you look first for that?
Back there where our Christmas tree is.
Okay.
There's some Easter eggs. I didn't know they were up here. So didn't you have Easter eggs in the linen closet or something?
I know my mother put them in the linen closet. I had them in my laundry room, and I didn't find them for 2 years because she moved them.
I didn't know we had them. So.
Okay, well then let's donate those. Would it be easier to access your ice chests if they were there on top of those car mats, or?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move those there then. That heater, is that something you get down every year or not?
No, I don't. My husband uses it, but not every year.
Okay, could it go on that back space instead of like something so that it's not quite blocking? Because I feel like your goal is to get things out of the attic easily. So we want to put the stuff that you're going to get right there where you can slide it out really simply. All right, so now you have clear space.
Yeah, I do.
Do you feel like this space is more functional? We still have some time left.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that we could work through easily, or can we spend our last, let's see, we got 15 minutes. Can we spend our last going through some of your tubs, not making a bigger mess, but going through some tubs and making some decisions? Or is there something else that I'm not seeing that we need to work on?
Well, just something that I know is up here is a bike mount for the car.
Okay.
But we have for our old car, and I was just wondering if it fits our new car. So what I would normally do is get it out of here and put it somewhere where I think my husband's like not gonna be able to miss it, you know? And then, you know,
How does that play out for you when you do that?
It gets piled up and annoying, and
I think it's better to leave it here than to do that, unless you want to text him right now and say, hey, I'm working in the attic decluttering. Is that something is there someplace you would like for me to put it? You know, let it kind of be his choice. I don't know.
Otherwise, just leave it where it is.
Yeah. Let's deal with a box at a time we've now got 12 minutes left. Okay. So let's deal with a box.
These are my brother's, whether or not he wants them, but I didn't even know I had them.
Can you text him real quick and say, hey, do you want these or can I donate them?
Okay. Well, you're on my phone, but
Oh, can your mom text him?
yeah.
Say, hey, mom, can you text him and say, do you want these? Yeah.
My mom's gonna take them home with her.
Okay.
Here's another bag.
Okay.
It's summer outside stuff,
Okay.
but I want to let go of these pillows.
Okay. Because it's about to be summer as we're recording this. So if you don't want to put it out this year, it probably needs to go, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I used to try to do a lot of stuff, but I just like outdoor furniture and stuff, but I just don't keep it clean. So then.
Yeah. I understand. Well, and part of that's just your phase of life. You've got little kids, so you have a lot going on. It's easier just to not have to deal with all that.
Yeah. And these are, we'll use these. They're like the sunshade thing.
Okay. Is that something you'll use during this current coming up season?
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Can you go ahead and take it where it goes now? Or ask if your friend can?
I mean, there's a lot of empty space and not a lot of like random bags. So that feels really nice.
Yeah.
Up here.
Let's keep going. We've still got 8 minutes left. So I bet we can get some more, even if it's taking one of those tubs of kids' clothes and going through it, pulling out your favorites, put them in that tub that you've got right there.
Okay.
Yeah, don't pull things out and like set them in piles, but just like if something is a favorite, it goes in there. If not, it goes in the donate. And let's see what we can do in this 8 minutes.
I kept one bow.
You what?
I kept only one bow.
Awesome. So the rest of it's donate?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, my word, look, you just got rid of an entire tub in like, how long was that?
Yeah.
Less than 2 minutes. That was less than, go get another one. We can do more.
Yeah, I don't even remember most of these.
Yeah. But see how when you have a container to keep the things you do want, it makes it easier to look through because you're not just saying, I've got to give up everything. It's I'm picking out my favorites. And there's something different about that.
Mm-hmm.
Can all that go?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yes.
Go grab another one. You're doing such a good job.
Yeah, I barely remember any of them. It's so funny.
Well, and
They
you're not making a bigger mess. You're not pulling everything out because all you're doing is looking for your favorites. And so it makes it so easy, right?
Yeah.
Because now the whole tub can go.
My thought is to get a quilt made with some of her baby clothes. But you know, not everything is like good for a quilt. Like you wouldn't, I don't know.
Yep.
Like the pajamas or something that wouldn't really work. I don't know.
Yeah. There's our timer. Okay. Are you ready to let those things go or not?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. How do you feel about your space?
Oh, it's great. Maybe I can show you more.
Okay.
Like there's empty space back there, and if I want to hide something up here, I have open space to do that.
Mhm. But you also, because of this experience, I think you're going to be less likely to just stick stuff up there, don't you think? Yeah, because of what you've been through. So how do you feel about what we got done in an hour?
A lot more than I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought.
And we followed the no mess method. So do you feel like, okay, I could stop at any point. I've got donations, I've got trash, and I can be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, things are mostly in boxes.
Yeah.
Or,
Well, and two, if you felt like going on, my number one recommendation would be to keep going through those kids' clothes, because literally you were getting through a box in like 2 minutes. That last box that was more, I could tell it was a lot more emotional. There were certain things that you really remembered. You still
Yeah.
got in less than 4 minutes.
Okay.
So when you have that perspective, it's like, okay, it's not that, okay, that means I can go through the next 16 boxes in an hour. No, actually, it's like I can do another one and just do what I was doing with the no mess method. And if I want to quit, I can quit at any time. But I can literally go up there for 10 minutes and make some real, actual progress.
I didn't think I would deal with those today, but
Well,
the big weight off my mind to know that they're not as hard as I thought.
well, thank you so much for being willing to do this. I appreciate
Thank you. It was a great opportunity.
Hey, tell me what you love about being a kindred spirit.
Well, I like listening to the older calls because they're kind of like a podcast, but a little different.
But it's I enjoy hearing everybody's own personal experiences and wins and all that. So those are fun.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye. Okay. Can you believe how much progress we made in 1 hour? 1 hour that included a lot of skipping things. Y'all, that momentum there at the end. Did you catch that? Like the stuff we got to there at the end, she was just getting rid of huge amounts of stuff because it was so daunting before. And then now she looked at it and was like, oh, wait, these things don't have any emotional attachment. I just thought that they did. So it was really, really fun to see the progress that we made here. Again, I just want to say, if you're working in your attic, be super, super cautious and careful, and always consider your safety. Yeah. Okay. So also, if you want to know more about being a kindred spirit, like we talked about, that's my Patreon group. Go to patreon.com/aslobcomesclean. She was mentioning the Zoom calls. We do those almost every month as a group where we share our wins. And it's just such a fun time that we have together. So that's just one of the perks of being a patron. Okay. All right. I think that's all I was going to say. Okay. I will talk to y'all next week. Bye.